Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I wanted to show you some of my go-to cardio routines for the gym. So I'm going to be using some gym equipment like the Stairmaster and the treadmill, but these are just some ideas for you to switch it up so you don't just get bored doing your same old cardio routine. So for me personally, I don't like doing cardio for long periods of time, so the longest I'll do is like 25 minutes, but I oftentimes do a lot less when I'm doing my HIIT cardio. So I'll show you some examples of each, and obviously there's a million ways you can do cardio, a million different variations, so just switch it up so you don't get too bored. But here are some ideas. Let me know what you think down below in the comments, and I hope you guys enjoy. Alright guys, let's get into it. So first I'm going to show you the cardio routines that I like to do using the treadmill. So first up are treadmill sprints. Now this is a HIIT cardio routine. So HIIT stands for high intensity interval training, and I prefer HIIT cardio because basically you can get your cardio done quicker. And I don't like doing cardio for very long, so this works out for me best. So since it is high intensity, you are going to want to start with a warm-up. I like to do about a 5-minute jog on speed 5 and a small incline, but just do whatever warm-up works for you. And then you're going to want to follow that up with stretching. Because this is high intensity, you want to make sure your body's ready. You don't want to just jump in because then you can get injured that way. So if you need some ideas for stretching, I posted a video recently with my lower body stretching routine that you can check out for some ideas. Alrighty, and then once your body is all warmed up and you are stretched, then you can hop back on the treadmill and get started. So first you can see here I am setting the speed to where I want to start my first sprints, and then I'll just jump off and let the treadmill speed up. So treadmill sprints, pretty simple. You're going to do 25-second sprints with 35-second rest. Alright, 10 to 12 times. So I'm going to show you here a few times how I hop on and hop off. That's kind of the part that scares most people, but don't worry, it's not too hard. Like I just did, you just lift yourself up. You're gonna slowly lower yourself down and like start running while you lower yourself down. And then once you feel like you're stable, then you can let go. And same thing with hopping off, super simple, just lift yourself up off to the sides. All right guys, so these are supposed to be pretty hard, but I start off at a kind of conservative speed just to make sure my body's ready. So I start off, I think, at 8.5. And then every sprint, I'm going to increase it 1 to 2 levels of speed. So here's another example. Just practice the hopping on and hopping off. That's really the only part that's difficult at first, but you'll get used to it and you'll get comfortable with it. So yeah, I do 10 to 12 sprints. Once they get kind of easy, if I start doing this often, I don't really add more sprints. Instead, I'll just increase the intensity. So you can either do that by increasing the speed of each of your sprints or adding an incline. And even adding 1 to 2 levels of incline, you'll feel it right away. It's pretty hard, but that's a good way to increase the intensity. All right, and it might feel weird at first just standing on the sides for 35 seconds without doing anything. So I do some stretching, but trust me, near the end, you're gonna need that 35 seconds just to catch your breath. So yeah, this is one of my favorites because you're with the warm up and everything, you're done in about 15 minutes. Super easy. All right, so next is incline walking. So this is one of my other favorites because it's just super easy. You're literally just walking on the treadmill. Now this cardio is considered Lici cardio, which stands for low intensity steady state, because you're choosing a low or moderate intensity and keeping it the same for the entire duration of your cardio. So I like to do this for about 20 to 30 minutes. So it does take a little longer than your HIIT cardio sessions, but it's at a more moderate pace. So I do 20 to 30 minutes. I normally start at an incline 8 and work my way up to 12. Start at a speed 2.7, I believe, and then work up to around 3.2 or 3.5 if I'm feeling ready. All right. And now let's move on to the Stairmaster. I know everyone hates the Stairmaster. It's a love-hate relationship for me also, but it's a great cardio tool. So the first one we're gonna do is another HIIT cardio routine. So we're gonna do HIIT Stairmaster intervals. All right, so this one's pretty easy as well. You're just gonna do 1 minute slow and then 1 minute fast. Simple as that. So for the slow, you don't want it to be too slow where you're barely moving, but you just want it to be a pace that allows you to recover from the speed round. So the slow I do anywhere from like 4 to 6, and then the speed interval I do from 10 to 12. I normally start at 10 and then work my way up. So this one again, HIIT, you don't have to do it very long because you're gonna be doing those levels of intensity. So I do 10 to 15 minutes. And if you see here, I'm holding on this fast intervals, which is totally fine. You just don't wanna be leaning on this ever. Same goes with the treadmill. Don't lean on, you can only hang on for balance if you absolutely need to. Alrighty, and then the next and last cardio routine is going to also be on the stairs, but it's going to be another LISS, low intensity steady state routine. So same thing, it is going to be stair intervals, but since it is LISS, we're going to keep it at a moderate speed the entire time, and you're going to do it a little longer. So for this stair interval routine, I'm going to do 1 minute of regular walking, 1 minute of skipping a step, 1 minute of walking to the right, which I'll show you soon, and 1 minute walking to the left. So still choose a speed that's going to be at least a challenge for you. You don't want it to be easy, but the reason I like this routine so much and I used it so much when I first started is because you're switching things up so much. It kind of made the time fly by for me. So I used to do this a lot when I really didn't want to do cardio because it's just kind of distracts you doing these different movements. So since there's 4 of these, I like to do, for the time, I like to do in multiples of 4. So I would either stop at 16, 20, 24 minutes, something like that. But anyway, that is it. Those are my favorite cardio routines. I hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know if you have any questions.